today I'm looking at Maurice Tourneur's 1944 Maigret mystery, released on Blu-ray from Eureka as part of their Masters of Cinema series. In fact, this is number 347, and this one was a real pleasant surprise because on paper it sounds like a typical detective film. A young woman keeps coming to the police station saying that someone is moving about her apartment at night. Nobody takes her seriously, and when she turns up dead, not a spoiler, it's the title of the film, Maigret is forced to investigate as he feels a connection to that character. But what makes Cécile Is Dead so interesting is the atmosphere around the mystery. This is wartime French cinema. It's moody, it's shadowy, it's got a great procedural element to it. It's occasionally strange and much more cynical than I expected. This is a great detective movie, a great procedural, and one that I'm going to rave about.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Regarde dans l'aquarium. Cécile?
Oui, ça va, ça va.
Là, ce que c'est que d'être beau gosse.
Ouais, tout le monde peut pas se peigner comme toi avec un rasoir.
Monsieur le commissaire, il y a déjà quelqu'un pour vous dans l'aquarium.
Oui, je sais, je sais.
The title's doing a great deal of the heavy lifting here. As we're introduced into the film, we meet Cécile, a woman who is fretting about something that's going on in her apartment. Everybody is teasing Maigret because they think that she's there to try and woo him or put him under her spell. But that's not the case, and everybody just kind of dismisses her and pushes her away. And as it gets later on, you become to enjoy this character, like her. And that title, the title is an ominous milestone within this film because you know what is coming, and it is just horrendous because you engaged in that character and you know what is in the future for her.
Et vous remarquez que la nuit, les meubles et les objets se déplacent dans votre salon.
Oui, cette nuit encore. Les chaises et le buvard ont été déplacés. Le secrétaire fermé à clé était ouvert et la pièce sentait le tabac d'homme.
You get Albert Préjean's Maigret, who's really interesting because he isn't the sort of older, more quietly reflective Maigret that I've seen before. He is younger, more active. He is a little bit more fiery as well. He's sharper and definitely irritable, and all of these create a wonderful character. But I love the fact that he's observant, he's methodical, and he feels closer to a noir, hard-boiled detective rather than a cosy TV sleuth, I would say. And I found that aspect of it really compelling, the way he handled himself, the way he moved around the set, the way he controlled others within it. He isn't solving puzzles from a distance. He's moving through a grim little world full of people with secrets, and he's picking them all out just by being aware and noticing.
Ah nom de Dieu.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Elle est morte? Elle a plus de tête, chef. Elle a plus de tête. Elle a pas.
And I loved the fact that the mystery is not built around huge, shocking twists every few minutes. It's about an accumulation, small details, contradictory behaviour, odd conversations in rooms that feel wrong. Cécile's fear is that starting point that gradually expands into a much bigger web involving family, resentment, money, hidden relationships and social hypocrisy. Particularly the matriarchal figure of this family, of Cécile's family, Madame Boynet, because she is a nasty character. She's wealthy, yes, but she's controlling. She's selfish, and she's surrounded by people who either need her money or are pandering to her every whim because they know what's coming if she dies.
Je vous le demande pour ma femme, pour mon enfant qui va naître.
Tu n'arriveras pas à m'émouvoir.
Bon, je le sais. Autant vouloir attendrir une
Oh
pierre.
ben, sois poli, veux-tu? Après ce que j'ai fait pour toi et tes sœurs.
It makes a whole ecosystem out of this woman. The direction by Tourneur is amazing. I think it's really well done considering the time it was made. The film has a wonderful sense of space. It's got a wonderful direction for the characters, the way they enter in and out of these spaces, the apartments, the stairwells, the offices, the corridors. They all feel important, and you know the geography of everything, which is really key for a lot of these films. And for a mystery, that really matters, because you're not watching people talk about clues, you're watching people move through environments, being real people that feel secretive and oppressive. One of the best things about the film for me was the fact that it had this noir atmosphere. There are strong shadows, there are dim interiors, there's a constant sense of suspicion and an underlying darker underbelly of the workings that's going on here. It doesn't feel like a stylized American noir, but it does feel as dark. Everyone seems compromised, everyone seems tired, everyone seems like they're hiding something. And because the film was made in 1944, that atmosphere isn't just decorative. There's a heaviness kind of in the background on this one.
Je crois rien, mais j'ai peur pour cette pauvre Cécile.
Oh non, non.
Oui, elle avait quelque chose de grave à me dire et sa disparition m'inquiète. D'abord, tout ça, c'est de votre faute.
Oh nous?
Oui, si vous étiez pas foutu d'aller de moi lors de ces visites, voilà un crime qui n'aurait certainement pas été commis.
A great deal of supporting characters as well. Like Madame Boynette was a terrific character herself. Maigret's colleague, whom his name is escaping me at the moment, was terrific. You can tell they've got a working rhythm between them. The fact that Maigret's always making him do stuff to try and get him to shift a few pounds and kind of pointing that out as well it was a really funny interplay between the two characters that really allowed me to believe within their working relationship.
Qu'est-ce que tu as?
Oh, c'est votre faute, chef. Vous me faites cavaler tout le temps. J'en peux plus, moi je maigris à vue d'œil.
I really enjoyed this film. I found that everything worked for me. The characters, the situations, the direction, the way the story started really small and then kind of fractured out into a bigger web and bringing in different characters and making it interesting. Never bored, always on the edge of my seat, and I thought I would be interested in this one, but it absolutely ticked all of my boxes. Let's dive into the disc and have a look at the extras. Here we are in the disc for Cécile Is Dead. You have the film and you have a audio commentary with Sergio Angelini. Maigret and Continental Films, an introduction by Christine Letou, is 17 minutes 3 seconds, and it is, as you guess, all about Continental Films, a little bit about the writer and his working with them, the directors working with them, and how they wanted to make this film. My Friend Maigret is an interview with Martin Hall, runs for 16 minutes 2 seconds, and is all about the character of Maigret throughout the years where he started, kind of some of the movies he was appeared in. And then within this set is a 20-page booklet with the essay Maigret Under Occupation, Notes on Cécile Is Dead by Andrew Watts. And that's the extras for Cécile Is Dead. There we have it. Cécile Is Dead was a really strong discovery from Eureka. It's not flashy, it's not explosive, but it's beautifully crafted with great characters, wonderful direction, and an absolutely airtight plot that just feels revelatory as it expands and it's released. So yeah, I just absolutely loved it. This is the kind of release that I love finding in Eureka. It was a film that I wasn't overly familiar with, but it gave me some real context, especially with some of the extras, strong presentation, and the essays within the little book was great as well. I would strongly recommend this one, particularly if you like procedural movies like I do. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership programme and manvfilm.com always, in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.